Oh, the stress of it all. You're very welcome back to Midday. Now time for some of your texts, your tweets and your comments. Hi Elaine, just to say that as the mother of Gay's son was wrong, our niece got married to her partner in Cork last week. There was 209 family, friends and relatives attended the ceremony. Fantastic couple, they really love each other so much and we love them both. Sorry, that was just to say to the mother of that gay son. That her niece got married to her partner was lovely. And do you know what? I think a lot of the time when you're your traditional Irish wedding and you're getting the sense that I know there were civil partnerships before this, but you're getting the big Irish wedding. The big Irish gay wedding.
I've never been to a
great.
gay wedding.
I've been to loads of them. They're great.
I've not been to none now.
I'm sure that it's the same.
It's also age. It's because you're
much
young.
better.
It's also because you're young. You haven't
22.
Ah, sure.
That's
22?
nothing like you.
24.
I'm sure you're babies.
You aren't in the wedding bracket yet. There's
I've
a
been
point
to
in your
loads of
life where you
weddings,
end up going to a lot of weddings.
I'm sure.
All my friends are actually getting divorced now as opposed to getting married, which is...
I went to my little brother's wedding last weekend at Kerry. It was brilliant.
Oh, that's nothing better than
I came across a story recently, which is an interesting knock-on from gay marriages, etc., that this family, who are Church of Ireland, were saying that there was a marriage recently in the family and people from all sides came. It was but they were saying 20 years ago somebody in that family got married and some of the people didn't go because of the religious difference.
That's the funny thing.
Isn't that just like that's much worse, wasn't it?
Oh my God, there's a Protestant scandal.
And so on, you know.
Isn't it?
And that, you know, because now people, well, they were claiming because of gay marriage, etc., it's made all this stuff like that look really sort of...
Well, it should be almost neutral, like each to their own.
Yeah. Now we're talking about coming out a little while ago. John says you can't make people accept something. Geraldine says about that letter, well done, Grandad. I applaud him and his grandson is very lucky to have him. Hayley says, despicable behaviour on the mother's part, kicking her son out. How crushing for him. Well done, Grandad. At least he has someone out there to support him.
Now, she'll come around. Like, you don't know.
I wouldn't even want her in my life. I wouldn't even want her in my life.
You don't even know. We don't know the details of the case.
It should be a parent's instinct. I don't even have a child, and I can't imagine that to me.
I know. I think it's. I mean, I'm a parent, and I wouldn't do that to either of my kids. But you don't know the.
How could you bring them up for so many years and then just suddenly think that's it? You're out of my life.
It seems odd. It just does seem odd. But you don't know what kind of anxiety, what she's imagining.
Unless the mother is...
Yeah, you know, you don't know what, like, but people mellow, dude. People come around.
Yeah, the other thing that's a little strange about that situation is there's very few mothers that I know who have gay sons or daughters that didn't realise before the child realised. So that it comes as a shock to somebody,
you don't think that you'd know if your child was...
They do, by and large,
I think you would.
One of my friends at 7, he was in a fancy dress in a summer camp, and there was the boys' fancy dress and the girls' fancy dress, and he dressed up as Alexis Carrington from Dynasty and won the girls' one, so I think it was safe enough to say it. And he actually, he got married there last year, but it's very funny. Yeah, of course he is. God, he's a dance teacher and everything. He's a big cliche, but it was very funny. Alexis Carrington with the turban and all. I thought that was gas. Wow. Anyway, Andrew, I mentioned you were in Cork Opera House last night. You were touring the country.
I am.
The only reason we have you here today is because you're touring, basically.
I am somewhere around the country.
So, what's this show about? Is it a big, long one? Is it a major tour that you do every year, or?
Yeah, I tour around the country every 2 years, so it's a culmination of my last 2 Edinburgh shows and tour in Australia, and it's all the material.
Yeah, and how long is it?
I do about 45 minutes, both halves.
Is it exhausting? Like, first of all, we'll get the business end of things out. Where are you tonight and the rest of the time?
I am in Mandela Hall in Belfast tonight. I'm in Ongrenon in Letterkenny tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And I'm in Limerick and Gorey next weekend. I'm all over the country. I'm in, during the Halloween weekend, I'm in Galway, and it ends in Vicar Street on the 25th of November. Boom. What a plug.
Yeah, 25th of November, Vicar Street. It's just the one show in Vicar Street. Are you doing a few? Oh my God, you'll have some crack out that night.
It's always amazing.
But Vicar Street's a great venue.
It's, you know,
I saw it with Living with Lucy the other night. It was very good. She was with Al Porter. Yeah,
he's a natural.
Yeah.
The kid. I mean, I've known Al for like 2 years now. I met him at the Cat Laughs 2 years ago. He's a natural. He's got funny bones. That's what we call it in the business.
Yeah, funny bones.
But
he's not as funny as you, clearly. Come on, let's plug your...
Teacher's pet. Vicar Street is amazing because it's not like any other theatre in the world. It's obviously 1,000 seats, but it's...
it looks more intimate, though,
because you got your own mini bar. You know, everybody's got their own little high stool, and Irish people are just delighted. Me, my best mate, my missus, her best mate, we're all sat there. We've got our own little stool. it's just, the atmosphere is amazing.
I know, and not to be cliched, but I'd say the home crowd is always the best crowd. Yeah.
Well, you share more things with them.
Yeah.
You've got more in common.
What's the biggest clanger you've ever dropped that they just didn't get what you were talking about? Do you ever have tumbleweed on a joke?
Well, at the start of the show last night, I did mention Kerry instead of Cork.
Oh, no, I'm
they,
from Cork. You don't do that.
Yeah, they forgive me quickly, though.
That's like saying to a Meath person you're from Dublin.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never met a Meath person.
What about
do
the
they
crowd
really
just
exist?
didn't laugh? Would you not feel awkward? Do the crowd sometimes not laugh at your jokes?
No, listen, if a joke listen, if a joke doesn't work, who cares?
Move on.
No, it's not that. Like, remember, you're the joke.
So awkward.
Yeah, you have to have confidence.
Yeah, and also remember, you're the joke.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
You know, like sometimes, like last night, the mic stand broke. I broke the microphone during the gig, and the audience is just laughing at me bumbling around trying to fix a microphone on stage, you know what I mean? And I just have, they're laughing at me. I don't care. As long as the laughs are coming. Yeah,
but you know, like, I find
care.
some of them really awkward, like Jimmy Carr. I don't find him funny at all. I think he really tries. Like
I think Alan Carr's the funniest.
Alan Carr is brilliant.
I think both the Carr boys are very funny, but they're a different style.
Yeah.
It's all in the eye of the beholder, dude.
And do you know what I really like? I can't remember her name, but she's like a Canadian woman, and
You're talking about Catherine Ryan.
Yeah.
She's brilliant. She's so funny.
Is she called Sarah Milligan?
Sarah Millican.
Sarah Millican,
yeah, she's quite funny.
She's funny too, yeah.
But Andrew, do you feel, and I'm probably not using the correct word when I say privileged, but throughout the recession, people just loved to get out to go to a comedy show.
Absolutely.
So, like, it's been brilliant, and that so many Irish comedians are doing so brilliantly in the UK. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, there was all those sort of theatres that were built around Ireland during the boom years, and you know, when the recession kicked in, you know, people kept coming out to comedy, but they didn't want to see a traditional Irish miserable play.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because our theatre tradition in Ireland is pretty much uniformly miserable.
I'll tell you now.
So that you're like about to lose your house. You don't want to see a play about 5 widows in a cottage on the edge of a famine. Like,
this is funny because I remember I've talked about this before, mental health week and all issues and that. But I've suffered from depression on and off during my life, and I remember the one thing that got me through my first bad episode was a box set of Billy Connolly, and I watched it over and over just to laugh, just to get even to physically laugh, because I think there's nothing better. Laughter is the best medicine. I don't care what anybody says.
Definitely.
And if you can have a giggle and if you can have a laugh,
it helps.
It hugely helps.
It helps. And, you know, that's the reason why a lot of comedians traditionally are, you know,
darker sides themselves.
You know, depressive personalities, because you're trying to cheer yourself up primarily. You know.
Yeah.
I think.
Jack D talks about that a good bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, Jack is kind of...
He's very dark.
He's kind of hang down all the time. But I don't know. It's that sort of thing in interviews. When you're a comedian, people go, "Do you have a depressive side?" And I think everybody gets the blues.
Yeah.
It's just that when you're a comedian, it's as a journalistic thing. It's like tart with the heart, clown with the frown.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
Is there a come down from a?
Oh, totally. I mean, if you, like, last night, I mean, I was buzzing I drove back from Cork because I was on a high from that audience last night. I was just buzzing all the way home.
And then it came on to Midday.
And now I'm here.
And he thought Midday was on actually at Midday, so he ran in like 5 minutes.
So did I.
I thought it was on a news.
Yeah.
I know that's why it's called Midday.
Because he's in the mid.
It used to be on a
It's
Midday.
like loose women just having a panellist of men.
Yes, or very tight women.
But Andrew, you know the way we cliche about sort of comedians, they're funny on stage and then they could be very dark, etc. And look, I'm not flattering you, but even Hughie's picked it up. You're an incredibly bright, well-read person. Do you have to dumb down your show?
Yes or no?
No, not at all.
Right. No. That's it from us today. If you want to find out any more, go see Andrew. Thanks to all of my guests here in studio and our lovely newly engaged couple.
Would you just mention I'm in Nina this evening.
He's in Nina this evening.
At the Enterprise
Coming up next here in 3 is the news of Press RDs.